This is Shay Lumsden. Oh, there she is. There are. Wait.
There are a few people out there who don't like fairy lights on boats, who do a bit of snipping of wires. If you're one of those that's watching this, what is the matter with you? You psychopath.
It's fairy lights, darling.
Oh, no.
So welcome to Shay Lumsden on this wonderfully cold January morning. We have the boat up by the house, just over on the canal there, by Bridge 59, Trent Mersey. And, well, we've got to get it back to Lichfield, back to Huddlesford Junction, because Woodend Lock, and I think one of the other locks at Fradley, is about to have a load of maintenance done, which will close it down until about March. So I want to get it back the other side of those locks. Here's my angel, looking very wintry. Yeah. The snow forecast tonight, we don't know what that means to tomorrow, so we're going to do it today, even though it's cold. We've got stuff for bacon sandwiches, bacon and egg sandwiches, and filming gear. You know the way we roll.
I'm ready to go, and I'm not going to feel the benefit of my nice warm stuff if we hang around here.
I was going to just show people Shay Lumsden. This is our wonderful living room. Any lighting, pretty things, that's down to Mrs. L.
My vase. My Bangkok vase.
As you know, we've got sunflowers on a boat. You get the picture. This is Cat Towers. This is Tilly. Say hello, Tilly. Meow. You going to talk? There we go. That's Tilly. This apparently is Lumpy and Mrs. L. Guess which one's Lumpy?
And lovely cat tower, and then there's the other cat on the city.
And then we have this one. This is Elfie. She's barely alive. I don't know. We don't know how long she's got left, do we? But she's happy. This is Shay Lumsden. Oh, there she is. There are. Wait. Right, come on, let's go. And just before we leave the comfort and warmth of the house, Mrs. Lumsden, aka Paula, would like help with a decision. Do you prefer carpet number 1 or carpet number 2? Just let us know in the comments. Part of our logistics of bringing the boat back means we have to bring a car down to Lichfield Cruising Club first. There she is. That's Mrs. L's passion wagon. She's named Flo, and so she's now in place, and we've got a space to come into just here. And there she sits, look. She's a bit cold at the moment, but we'll get a fire lit, I think, and get the bacon cooking, and then all be well. Well, now we're talking. Didn't take long to get that going. And what have we got? Bacon going on up there?
Not yet, just heating the oil up.
Bacon and egg. Whee! That was a nice smart. Oh, it's a bit chilly on here, isn't it? So, got about a 4-hour cruise. So what took about 15 minutes to drive from Armitage to Lichfield. It's now going to take me 4 hours-ish. So we're going to try and have a little chat today about 2024. We normally do it sat in the cabin with a nice fire and a couple of drinks and stuff, but this is probably our only opportunity. So once we've got the bacon sandwich underway, once we get calm and we're heading towards Fradley locks and stuff, we'll have a little chat about how 2024 went and a little bit of a recap on some of the trips we've done and stuff, and how life is. So we'll just get ourselves under Bridge 59, which I'm going to get a sign done. It's going to say Lumpy's Bridge. I'm going to dig it into the undergrowth over there somewhere. And I'd expect a toot of your horn every time you come under it, but I might just hear it. It's cold today.
bacon sandwich. The day has begun. Oh God, yeah. And then this here is the business that just used to have the little wharf, just about 200 yards further on the cut. JF Boat Builders, look. Jamie Franklin. Obviously going from strength to strength, so he's now got all this hard standing. So making a far bigger business of it now than he was previously.
Spoke from our club.
It did used to be in our club. Jeff had it, didn't he?
Looks like it's been newly black.
Talawa.
Cute.
It's a strange mid cabin thing. But yeah, this building was kind of just empty and derelict for a long time. But certainly got some space, and it's got one hell of a crane as well, so good job. To check his prices out. Stick your microphone on then.
Oh joy.
You know, the ritual handing over the microphone, and then when I'm editing and I get about an hour into our cruise, I realise that somewhere the microphone was taken off.
Don't know how that happened.
Let me straighten up your hat, because it looks, oh hello. It's got a strange thing to it, that's all. So you're tidying up for the camera. Yeah. Let's bring in a closer shot for you, because I know how much you like being on film.
Georgia.
Do you think that is just a clever spelling of the word Georgia?
There's an actress called Georgia, spelt like that, so I think it might be the American way.
Or it might be just a foreign word that means green boat. Right, tell me about 2024 then. Did you have a nice year?
Yeah.
Did you? What did you do that was nice?
Had a speed awareness course on the 18th of January.
You had a speed awareness course. That was probably one of my highlights of the year.
Tender age of 55, having driven since I was 17, never had a crash, never had a parking ticket, never had a speeding ticket, and then I got one, and I was in your car.
You were very embarrassed by the whole thing.
I was mortified. Then we did Boat to Cut.
That was when we went with Sarah and JJ. That's what I'm talking about. So that was start of March.
That was the start of March on the Saturday, but then you went karting on the Sunday.
This is stunting my free-flowing speech that I make, where you realise just how clever I am because I can recount these things. You're now guiding me through a diary. This is not entertainment. This is a process. You have been driven by process for far too long. You need a free spirit like me.
Right, I'm listening then.
No, don't listen. Join in. That was the highlight of the year, wasn't it, really? You retiring. Yeah. I know we had some great holidays, but you retiring has been a game changer.
I think it was a decision too. Once I've made that decision, it was like, okay,
yeah,
that's just going to be my new life.
Relief. The relief, wasn't it? But that was great. And it's been great since you've been retired, hasn't it? Anyway, this is the lock we need to get through. This is the lock that this is Wood End Lock, the one that they're closing down till about March. We'll come back to this chat. Mrs. L putting them powerful thighs of hers to good use.
A lot of debris.
There is a lot of trees up there though, and the wind of those couple of storms will have brought it all down, won't they? We did some DIY. I did that big polish, didn't I, with Stu Cox?
Oh God, yeah.
And so that was nice. That was a voyage of discovery. So today on Narrowboat Natterings, I'm going to show you how I turn this drab oxidised paintwork into an almost straight out of the paint bay finish. So, good morning, welcome to sunny Armitage. We also, before the heat of the summer, wanted to get these back doors done, didn't we? So we gave those a...
I think we did it in the heat of the summer.
It was a lovely warm day in the spring, but they didn't need another burning hot summer on them because they were going very dry and they needed a recoat of stain and stuff. So they were really nice though. They came up really well, didn't they? I paint stripped them, got the old stuff off and started again. And then that led to doing the front doors as well. So she looked very pretty for the start of the cruising season, I guess.
We had a little trip into Bowen, didn't we? And we left the boat at Cuttlebridge for a week and came back to find somebody had cut my fairy lights.
Oh, there are a few people out there who don't like fairy lights on boats, who do a bit of snipping of wires and snipping off the little solar panel thing.
Well, they left the lights on.
What's the matter with you people? If you're one of those that's watching this, what is the matter with you? You psychopath.
It's fairy lights, darling.
Oh no, what it matters.
Is that where they start?
It spoils your dream. That's right.
One day fairy lights, next time serial killer.
Well, I mean, fundamentally, we did two massive cruises last year, didn't we? We did the key one. Was we went to Liverpool.
That bridge looks very low.
It's definitely in here though, isn't it? Yeah. Just a sign, a simple sign on the wall. It'd be good. Salthouse Docks.
Wow. Right, are we at S28?
Yeah, but this is Albert Dock, isn't it, first? Is it? We don't go in this one, we have to go through this now, the other side.
At the other side.
And then from Liverpool we went to the Llangollen Basin. You have to hold it. It's already recorded. Take your mind off it, I think, if you've got something like that to do.
It's hold on to.
There you go. Put some revs on to get you off here as quickly as I can.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Sorry.
That was awesome though. I got so many videos out of that. It just kept going. I was still creating them by about October. And people were saying, "Why we're still watching this stuff?" It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I mean, people who live aboard, they have that ability to record something today and edit it tonight and put it out tomorrow and things like that, or certainly in a shorter time frame. Whereas we come out, we go on holiday, so I just keep recording. So one day on the boat, if I've been recording thoroughly, can kind of generate 3 vlogs maybe out of a day. So when we're away for, I think we did 16 days, 18 days, something like that in the summer. That's an awful lot of stuff that gets recorded.
Got lots of stuff to talk about.
You know me, that's why this channel's called Narrowboat Natterings. It comes from me because I don't stop talking.
It's just called Lumsdens natterings.
Good.
All I can hear day in, day out is your voice when you're editing.
I can't believe how much I talk. I can't believe the amount of BS that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, Liverpool was awesome, wasn't it? I loved Liverpool. And now there's been a breach on the Bridgewater.
Oh, yeah, that's not nice.
Tragic. What a tragedy. So that, you'll still be able to get to Liverpool, but it's going to be an even tougher job now. But so we did the BCN. There were parts of the BCN that I wanted to go to.
We're off on our travels. We're off to explore parts of the BCN that we haven't done before. So even though we cruise for a day, this is probably going to be spread across 3 vlogs. This one's going to take us out from Gas Street. We are going to go past Ouzels Loop, Port Loop, Soho Loop, Smethwick Junction and Engine Arm Aqueduct. I think that will about do today.
And so off we go, leaving our favourite little cheeky mooring round in Gas Street. And I'm just editing those now, so I'm just onto those now. You may well have watched the last, I don't know, 4 films or something like that.
Where you went at that arm, said, oh, I've got to navigate this arm. Nobody does this one.
That's about another vlog away, I think, 2 vlogs away, something like that.
I was like, give it up, Lumps.
Made a mistake.
Please give it up now. No, let's not go any further. No, I'm carrying on.
Made a mistake. I can't even remember what the arm was called, the Wensfield arm or something like that. And that's the 3 locks at Fradley done, missus.
Okay.
So we've got the boat back into a place where we can cruise it from.
Our territory.
Back in a home territory. As usual, that one's swung open every time.
Isn't the locks down here, they've got like a little thing that you prop up against it?
The next one does, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a bar, isn't it? It hooks into the wall. There's a few people in fluorescent coats down at that lock, isn't there? Possibly the most photographed building on the network. The Swan at Fradley, alternatively known as the Mucky Duck.
Why is it called that?
I don't know.
I thought the Mucky Duck was the one that's further down.
No, that one further down is called the Lucky Duck, I think. Perhaps that's why this is called the Mucky Duck. Everybody knows it as the Mucky Duck. Swans are big beasts, aren't they, when they're out of the water?
House is still for sale.
Oh no.
Is that somebody coming through?
Yeah. See, children sometimes are useful.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Made you look.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're going for a pint now. So, before we were rudely interrupted by locks, did we complete our conversation? The other thing I did some more documentary type stuff, didn't I? I did one on how the evolution of the canals around Birmingham city centre, how they were created and then how they've since disappeared. Did that. I really enjoyed doing that. It's hard work, that vlog was, to sort of edit it, but because it took me to the Birmingham Library, do you remember? And I wouldn't stop talking to you about how amazed I was by maps.
So this map from 1771 was the earliest map we could find that showed the canal. But first of all, let me just show you the current day so that you can understand a commonplace reference. So we're looking down on the indoor arena, the Sea Life Centre, Broad Street, Gas Street Basin area, and north is at the top of the screen. The Birmingham Canal was initially agreed in 1767, and an Act of Parliament was passed in 1768 to build it. You can see on this map it's still short of its Newhall Street terminus. That was completed 1 year later in 1772. And at this point there was no such thing as Gas Street Basin, though surprisingly it appears they were planning on tunnelling from Old Turn to what we now know of, Gas Street Basin, and then also tunnelling back out of the other end to link back to Newhall Street. They obviously decided against this, and by 1773 they dug out deep cutting with a small tunnel under Broad Street. This then led round to a large tuning fork shaped wharf known as Paradise Wharf or Old Wharf, as seen on this map of 1781. You'll also notice that the Newhall branch is now complete.
So I did that documentary about that, and then I also started I wanted to do documentaries on the main sort of feeders of the Birmingham Canal navigations of the BCN. So I went to Edgbaston Reservoir, which was a Telford reservoir that feeds into the top of Farmers Bridge Flights, into that sort of area. I went to Chasewater, which feeds into sort of the top end of the Worley and Essington, Anglesey branch, all that brings into there. I wanted to go to Titford pools. So Titford also feeds Edgbaston Reservoir as well as feeding into the Birmingham Old Main Line. But they were working on the locks, so I wasn't able to do that. So I still need to go up onto Titford and do. Yeah, it's making me giggle every time I say tit, because I'm a child. But there, I've said it. Titford pools. So we'll get back there, because I just find it all really interesting how we cruise along these canals, and we know they're man-made, but you don't ever think of the wider picture about where's it coming from. It has to come from somewhere, doesn't it? And I find Birmingham quite amazing in that Birmingham generally is quite high. So where does the water come from when you're at the top of a hill already? If it doesn't rain, where does the water come from? That was a good day out as well. Where the two girls joined us, Jess and Georgia. That was good fun. Again, got 2 vlogs out of one day there.
So we got here. There she is in her favourite spot, near that. In fact, she's been in her favourite spot for about the last half an hour of the journey, haven't you?
Might be.
What have you got to say for yourself
Eh?
about sitting in that spot for half an hour?
Oh, right. Maybe. Maybe.
You do know we're a team on this boat.
There's no I in team,
There isn't.
but there's a me.
So that was actually a very nice cruise, very cold. More boats about than I thought.
Yeah.
Quite a few boats.
I guess a lot of them were kind of like trying to get places, A, before the snow and B, before the closure.
Yes, I guess so. So I think we just about covered everything we needed to cover, didn't we, in our chat, in amongst our bacon sandwiches and 3 locks. I think we did what we needed to do. January the 4th today, so Happy New Year, even though you're watching this somewhere in the future.
Don't moan at me if you're watching this in September because I've only just put it out there. It's just the way it is, okay? With all these videos that, I don't get a massive viewership, in comparison to others. But I do get sort of around about 1.5 to 2,000 views. But of that, I only get about 100 of those people, 100 or so of those people, click like. Now I know you get very bored with YouTubers going, click like, subscribe, share, and all that sort of stuff. I get that. And I don't very often do it because it kind of gets on my nerves as well. It's really easy just to click like, because that does help the algorithm then think, oh, people do like this, I'm going to share this somewhere else. And suddenly the channel becomes a lot more successful. So one of those rare occasions, I'm going to say, do please click like on all of my videos from now. Unless you don't like. If you don't like it, click dislike. I've got no problem with that.
Hello, hang on a sec. I'm just putting you on loudspeaker. We're on the boat at the moment and Lumpy's trying to do a YouTube video and you've interrupted it, so it's a bit miffed.
Yeah.
Say hello to the boat.
Is that James Pugh?
It is
right,
James
you're
Pugh.
talking on YouTube right now. Say something very nice.
The boat is a place of heaven. It's a place of peace. It's a place to forget all your worries as you're cruising down the narrow cut. I love it.
Thank you very much.
That's
How
my
are
mate,
you, darling?
James. So, early days at the moment. But what plans have we got for this year, do you think?
Stratford in March.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since we've been to Stratford, isn't it? So we'll do that. Stratford. You want to go back to Llangollen, don't you?
In July.
We like the Llangollen, and because we spent all our time getting there, we then didn't really have time to stay there or bring it back. So we had to get some friends to sort of bring it back for us. So it would be nice to go and do the full trip and stay there for a few days and enjoy Llangollen and the basin. And I think we'll try and coincide it again with the, was it the
Stepford.
The
Music festival.
Yes, that thing. So we'll try and coincide with that again, I think, because the town was nice and lively with it, wasn't it?
Go down to Gloucester.
7 and the Avon again.
Yeah.
Taking us back into Stratford. Yeah, like that. That was about 3 years ago when we did that properly. I'm keeping you tight focus, darling, just to preserve your dignity. Is it cold?
It's not cold, it's practically up to the bottom.
I don't like cold water. I'm a bit of a wuss. Do you want to hold that?
Okay, just hurry up because I can only hold on with one. Oh, just get in. Get on with it.
I didn't expect that. And we've never actually, done. We did the Soar to Loughborough, didn't we, for coming in from the north, and then went home again, back the route. It would be nice to do the Leicester Ring.
Yeah.
Because that takes us then down some stuff we've not done before. So
And also we're going to hire a camper van, aren't we? Just for you to try it.
we might have to hire a camper van. It's a bit of an ongoing thing, this.
But it does only take you 1 hour to get to where you want to go, and then you stop. And then you don't have to think about doing anything for the rest of the day. You can see somewhere and you can stop and think, I can spend 2 or 3 hours here because it's only going to take me 15 minutes to get to my next place. Whereas on a boat, I can spend 5 minutes here because you've got to get there and it's going to take 3 hours to get there.
The boat, though.
And the boat doesn't go to the sea.
Yeah, but the boat has got a romantic,
So it's a camper van.
lovely, magical side to it.
So when you're in your camper van and you're on the beach and you set out your little awning and you've got your little camping chairs and you're watching the sea and the sunset.
There's everybody else, and it's just like a campsite, and all the kids are running around on their bikes and kicking footballs at your van and stuff.
Because you don't have to go to a site. You can do wild camping in Scotland.
Yeah, everyone's doing it now, and so as I say, that a lot of times you can't. There's a lot of things that
How
say
do you know?
can't.
Until you've
I've
tried
heard.
it. Oh, okay, that's fine. Have you heard about it on the internet?
If we start having a camper van thing, this boat will get forgotten about because it takes a bit more effort and a bit more logistics with the boat. So when we suddenly make things easy by having a camper van, poor old we may get sold.
How do you know that's going to
I'm
happen?
just forecasting it.
Well, let's try it and see whether your forecast comes true.
We'll give it a go.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
We'll give it a go.
Just try it, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again.
See what I'm up against.
I think I'm being quite reasonable, to be fair.
That makes a change. Anyway, they're
bye.
kind of the plans, and Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
And I hope you all have a fantastic 2025 and your plans come to fruition. And maybe I'll see you while camping somewhere with your bloody minibuses and motorhomes and whatever.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Like this video. I don't know how many times I have to say it. You people, just